This is the Ridge. It's a modern wallet designed to stay minimal, sleek, and compact in over 50 colors and styles.
And the best part is, it comfortably fits in your front pocket, so you can easily slide it in and out.
There's no better time to upgrade your gear.
Hello, everyone. Finally, such a long-awaited analysis of the Skibidi Wars
This
Multiverse
is
by Verlance
It's a
is
modern
already
wallet
here on my
designed to
channel,
stay
my
minimal,
friends.
sleek, and compact
Such a
in over
long
50
delay
col-
happened due to the fact that I started analyzing too many different series, and I just didn't have time to please you with the Multiverse from Verlance. Managed to release 2 episodes already. This long time while I was a bit busy, so my bro managed to release 2 episodes already. And as an apology from my side, I decided to analyze the 103rd episode and the first part of the 104th episode as well. And I hope that you like this idea, and you won't forget to subscribe to my channel and help me achieve my true dream of having 100,000 subscribers on this channel. And if you do it before the end of this month, then I will make you a really good gift and prepare a crazy video that will definitely blow your brain. Well, if you're really ready now to see an epic battle involving Titan Cameraman and the infected Sonar Titan, as well as learn about the new Microphone Woman and where she's been hiding all this time, then put all your business aside for the next 15 minutes and trust me, who are the invisible Skibidi toilets and what are they capable of? What terrible truth did Computer Woman tell? And for what did she apologize to Microphone Woman? What kind of thing was Skibidi Toilet holding in his hands at the beginning of episode 104? And what happens when the Toilet Necromancer is able to capture all 6 keys of the Alliance? Get your tea and snacks ready and prepare to watch this video to the end, because I saved the best part for later, just as always. Let's go! Well, considering that my last analysis was a long time ago, let me quickly tell you in 1 minute everything that happened in the series before so you could understand what the hell Plunger Man and the Dark Speaker Man are doing in this god-forgotten place. It all started when 3 poor fellows, after a long defense of the city from the Skibidi army, came face to face with the Toilet Necromancer. Surprisingly enough, the freak was very kind and tried to get our guys to tell him about the location of all the keys that the Alliance had safely hidden. The guys began to look at each other strangely, and even then I assumed that none of these 3 even suspected that these keys existed, not to mention where they were, because this information is strictly classified and only the heads of each of the races know the coordinates. But the brothers turned out to be real heroes, and even under the threat of destruction, they did not say anything. One of the cameramen humiliated the jerk by showing him a very interesting gesture which made the Necromancer furious, and in a very epic style sent each of the Bloods to a better world. And all we knew about these keys was that the Necromancer had managed to find one of them belonging to the Microphone Man race. And with their help he was able to completely destroy the Alliance forever. But Computer Woman will tell us more about this at the end of episode 103, which we'll talk about a little later. So watch this video to the end so you don't miss anything. Meanwhile, the actions are getting transferred to the headquarters of the Alliance, which was attacked by Sonar Titan in an additional scene of the 97th episode. All units were sent to restore order here, one of which was Plungerman. He and the Dark Speakerman entered the destroyed base and faced a huge monster. And it seemed that the brothers would soon also go to a better world. But Skibidi Toilet arrived to their defense, which the Alliance lured to its side with a special device, and the last time we saw this guy was in episode 96. All this time, the scientists were working on improving him and hiding him in a bunker at the moment when the headquarters was attacked by Sonar Titan. And when the reinforcements arrived, the godlike Chad was finally able to leave the bunker and show us what he was capable of. And as it turned out, the guy also has his own core now, and of course, notes with its help, he easily destroyed the two-headed Skibidi. So now that you've remembered everything, it's time to move on to analyzing the new 103rd episode that's already on your screens. And by the way, here's an interesting fact for you. As it turned out, more than 70% of the people who watch my videos are not subscribed to my channel, so I would really like to remind you to subscribe right now, and if you do so, I will be very happy. Okay, so the action begins in the same location from the last episode, and we see the continuation of the battle, as a result of which Plunger Man and his team win. And by the way, something legendary is happening at this moment. Pay attention to how exactly Plungerman destroyed the Skibidi toilet. He flushed him off with a plunger. You can ask, hey, but what's the big deal? There's nothing surprising in this. Yes, I know, my friend, that this first happened in the 39th episode of the original series. But if you watched my last analysis, then you know that the events of the Skibidi Wars multiverse are a distant past in which we are told the story of Plungerman before he became one of the most important characters. And right now, you and I have witnessed a cool event when this legend really used the plunger for the first time to destroy the Skibidi toilet, and it's really cool that Verlance decided to tell us how an ordinary cameraman found the plunger in episode 101, and with its help will become the greatest Chad ever. Also, at the very beginning, you can notice two cameraman scientists from the last episode. Okay, and suddenly a new Skibidi toilet comes on the scene. And he uses fashionable glasses and two powerful guns, similar to those that were used by G-Man in the battle against the Toilet Emperor from the 100th episode. He wants to stab in the back, but fortunately, help has already arrived for the guys. Two ladies are already here, and the speaker woman feeds the mutant with a special spear, with explosives that causes a powerful blast, and I very much doubt that he liked a lunch like this. All four greet each other, and after that, Plungerman, like a true gentleman, invites the ladies to go to the central part of the headquarters, but suddenly the girls are distracted by the loud sound from the room called storage, and they decide to stay to check it out. And by the way, there is also another inscription, and I spent a lot of time to decipher what's being said in there, but unfortunately I couldn't find anything. So if you have a theory about this, then be sure to write it in the comments below, and I'll pin the most interesting one under this video. So without thinking twice, Camera Woman and Speaker Woman get inside where new types of Skibidi toilets were already waiting for them. And by the way, one of them is already hiding behind the hanger right here. He uses something resembling a night vision glasses, and his body is fully transparent. It looks like the Skibidi Army technology has reached a new level, and it is now able to turn ordinary freaks into real ninjas. Okay, the room looks empty, but the insidious Skibidi ninja has already climbed onto the hanger and is about for stabbing in the back. But fortunately, at the last moment, Microphone Woman comes to the rescue of her friends. She destroys the scoundrel and epically turns to face us. And damn it, I think I have a new crush now. Okay, but never mind, let's continue. She has a sharp katana behind her back, and her right arm is completely covered in armor. Her chest glows yellow and looks very much like the core of the Sonar Titan before it was infected. And guys, I do not know, but I really like the design of Microphone Woman. She looks super hot and stylish. So write your own opinion about her appearance in the comments and whether I should ask her out on a date. Okay, Microphone Woman activates the ability using which she is able to hear any sound at a great distance now. And with its help, she destroys the ninja toilet in a very brutal style, and her new friends help her deal with the second one. Also, don't you think how strange this almost perfect similarity between Sonar Titan and Microphone Woman is? Their chest devices are very similar, and only they can use a special sonar with the help of which they can hear any sounds at a certain distance. And besides, they are both very strong in melee combat, and in the next episode you will see this with your own eyes. And I don't think that this is a coincidence, and most likely in the future it will be Microphone Woman who will free Sonar Titan from the parasite and return his body to him. Well, with the help of the teleportation, the two remaining ladies also arrive to this place, and a small conversation begins in their company. Computer Woman reports that the process of cleaning up the headquarters and eliminating Skibidi toilets is going pretty well, and that thanks to the Necromancer's new knowledge about the Alliance, his plans are more strategic than usual. The Freak continues the hunt for mysterious keys that together will give the exact coordinates of the Administrator's location. She also encourages the girls by saying that the Toilet Necromancer was able to get hold of only one key out of 6, which means that they still have a little more time. And after that, something really interesting happens. The camera changes its angle to the microphone woman, and as it turned out, Computer Woman knows her very well. She is pretty surprised to see her here, and for some reason she apologizes to her while adding that they had no other choice. And do these words remind you guys of anything? So it was about the same thing that the Computerman race had said to Try-Woman before erasing her memory in episode 99. So what if they did the same thing to Microphone Woman as well? But for whatever reason and why is still a mystery to me. Well, in any case, the Computermen race did something terrible to her, which is why Microphone Woman was forced to leave the Alliance. And that's why the lady was so surprised to see her here. Because all of you would also be sure that she would never return after what was done to her. And to be honest, the further the story of the series goes, the more I begin to hate the Computermen race and understand why exactly the Alliance sent them into exile for such a long time. Write in the comments, what do you think exactly happened to the poor Microphone Woman? Because it will be very interesting for me to read it. And at the end of this episode, the Skibidi army led by Sonar Titan is approaching the gates of the main headquarters. This guy knows the exact location of another key, and he has arrived to pick it up. And I think this is a great moment to regain control over him. And let's see if the Alliance can do it in the first part of the 104th episode, which is already on your screens. The action begins with a small scene in which Sonar Titan punches a huge hole in the building and moves aside a little, after which a mad Skibidi flies inside with a rocket. Most likely it was the wall leading to the
Oblečení dotváří to, kým jsme. Ale žádný kousek nevydrží věčně čistý. Některé
headquarters, and this scene tells us that Sonar Titan was still able to find its weak point and create a passage inside for the Skibidi army. After that, we move to another unknown place and watch everything from the POV's perspective. A Skibidi toilet appears right in front of us with a microphone logo on his head and 2 microphones on his shoulders. And this is the same freak that destroyed the Big Speakerman in episode 101 and also cowardly escaped from Plungerman and the Dark Speakerman in episode 102nd. He starts looking around and then notices the poor guy and destroys him for good, and it would seem like everything is done. But did you pay attention to the strange thing that he was examining in his hands? At first, I didn't understand what it was, but if you turn this frame over, then you will see the letter A in here. And now, if you compare this frame and the image on the Necromancer tablet, then it becomes clear that this strange thing is the same general key of the Alliance that Computer Woman was talking about. And it's pretty strange how this Skibidi toilet was able to find it, because only Sonar Titan knew its location. But in any case, the brothers need to do everything possible to prevent it from falling into the hands of the Necromancer, because as I understand it, this shared key is the most important in the list of all the other 6 keys. Well, as it turned out, all this was watched through a tablet by 2 cameramen looking after the base from a safe distance. There is a battle everywhere, and the poor fellows notice several Skibidi toilets with green eyes. And this means that they are also part of the undead army created by the Toilet Necromancer in the 100th episode. It also seems that this is the end of the story of these 2 cameramen, but fortunately, shots are getting from afar, and someone destroys the freaks one by one, and after a couple of seconds we see our savior, who turns out to be Titan Cameraman. He continues to put things in order here and takes turns sending a few more bugs to a better world. One of the